What's up, YouTube? Today I want to talk about another upcoming game from Square Enix that I could not be more excited about. Now, a lot of people are aware Square Enix has coming out at the beginning of next year, March, Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I am excited for that. That's one of my most hyped games of the last God knows how long. But I'm I don't want to say I do actually want to say almost equally excited for May when Square Enix and Crystal Dynamic put out Avengers. New York Comic Con just hit. They dropped some more footage. Let's talk. Okay, so basic premise: if you haven't been keeping up with the Avengers from Square Enix and Crystal Dynamic, uh, it's I'd almost classify it as a longtime comic book reader. I'd almost classify it as an Ultimates style take on the characters of Captain America, Natasha Romanoff, Tony Stark, Thor, Bruce Banner, Hulk. It seems to be inspired by the MCU, but a lot of the stuff looks, like I said, also inspired by the Ultimates. Like, I'm not 100% on the basic version of Captain America. It's more like a pseudo realist look. I am a fan of the way their Bruce Banner looks, MCU inspired. I am a fan of the way some of their characters look right from the get go. And I've talked to at least 5 sources right now that have played the game. I've had gameplay footage shared with me directly, oddly directly from the floor. I'm not sure if that was allowed or not, so I don't mean to throw you under the bus, man. But you know, this game looks impressive to say the least. Yes, there's going to be a story mode, and the story mode is going to be fairly, I don't want to say linear, but it is going to play through a campaign and a story. But the thing that gets me really excited is the idea of playing multiplayer, playing these like big missions, and I get to be, X character, you get to be Y character, and we've got a couple other people with us. That stuff gets me really excited. It gets me really excited that all of these characters kind of their own different play styles. Now, one of the things I'm going to be curious about, and will I'm sure learn more as the game gets developed, is how do they address the main problem? Like I said, Ben and I work on board games. One of those games is a superhero game. And so my big question is, how do you address the fun and the balance issues of, say, playing a Black Widow versus playing a Hulk? Because obviously one of those characters is far more powerful than the others. Hell, I'll go a step further. How do you proportionately balance the fun and the stats? Sorry, the stats, as it were, of playing Thor or Captain America. And so, what I want to see from this game moving forward, development wise, is the answers to those questions. Now, until then, we're going to get spoilers of like the story and whatnot. Full disclosure, I have pre ordered the game. So, I have been assured that as one of the first pre-orders when they first announced the game, yes, I will have access to the beta and we'll do videos on that when it is legal to do so. What I want to say, though, is that the more they continue to tell me, the more I continue to be impressed. So I want you to sit with me for a second. Let's take a look at this footage from Comic-Con, essentially. Here we go now.
What's your name?
Kamala Khan. I was just some weird kid from Jersey who didn't fit in. I kind of stole something off of Ames' server.
What? Why? Why?
Ames calls for people like me and you.
Now, in case some of the stuff did actually escape me the first time watching that through, in case you weren't paying attention, she is wearing a Ms. Marvel shirt with the Captain Marvel. I don't want to say Captain Marvel because I hate Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel. But when Carol Danvers was Ms. Marvel, that bolt on her shirt is her old bolt from her, her Warbird or her awesome black outfit with the red sash. So that plus, if you've been paying attention to the dev stuff for the games, we know that Hank Pym is confirmed with Pym particles for the game. So now we're talking about, okay, Carol exists in this universe. It seems like Peter Parker Spider-Man exists in this universe. You have Kamala Khan in this universe and Hank Pym in this universe. So kind of building out this Avengers roster. I'm hoping to see Hawkeye because he's my dude. And, I mean, let's just be honest. Captain America's not dead. That's ridiculous. I'm so hyped for this game. And the weird thing is, a buddy of mine messaged me after this trailer came out. He said, Chris, I know you hate Ms. Marvel, the new Ms. Marvel. What do you think of this? And he's the one who actually sent me the link because he is there. And I immediately because regardless of my feelings for her, I really like the way that this story in the game is set up. I really like, as odd as it sounds, yeah, I really like the voice actor. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's not Robert Downey Jr. Who cares? Obviously, they're not going to get Robert Downey Jr. to voice a character in this video game. And frankly, it just doesn't matter. Each interpretation of the character should be different. No different than Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 did not have RDJ or Sam Jackson or any of those people coming to voice their characters. Who cares? It's a great interpretation of the character. The game itself looks gorgeous. I will, like I said, development-wise, I want to see what goes into these multiplayer missions, because I'll pick it up just for the story itself. I'm not afraid to do that. But I do want to see the multiplayer missions. I'd like to see if it's something that Ben and I could do multiplayer missions on, streams of that. But Kamala Khan being announced for this game to me is, I'm going to use the word opportunistic. And, at the same time, it's just good business. It would be like if 1 month from now they announce She-Hulk will also be in the game. Well, sure, these characters have upcoming TV shows on the Disney Plus service. So if you could promote for your service, definitely do that. And I'm sure they've communicated that stuff with Disney. But what I wanted to get across in this video, and I apologize for the tangent on Ms. Marvel and the development of the game, but Final Fantasy VII is one of those games that I have been just at the top level excitement, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is great. I love it. But that doesn't stop me from looking forward to a game like this. That's the Avengers, that's superheroes presented in a way that, let's be frank with each other, we haven't seen before. And we've been clamoring to see for some time. So I'm very, I guess the right phrase would be like reluctantly excited. What about you? Where do you fall on the spectrum? I know a lot of people were disappointed with how the game looked from the first trailer. So yeah, let's have a conversation. Let's start a dialogue about that. But I really wanted to just say, really awesome that Square, despite having Final Fantasy VII Remake come out, at the beginning of next year, Square could literally do nothing next year. Square could say, 2020, all we're putting out is Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they would blow it up. Okay? Sales for that, I feel like, are just going to be so gargantuan, it would be like one of Square's best years. But no, they're not stopping there. They have more Octopath Traveler supposedly on the way next year. They have They have the remake of Trials of Mana. They have, this. And what else? Do they have more content for their Final Fantasy Online service? Square is going to be knocking it out of the park next year. And the fact that one of the things they're knocking it out of the park with is producing with Crystal Dynamic an Avengers game. Oh, that gets me excited. And that comes back to the In Square I trust. They've had a few missteps. Cough Final Fantasy 8, cough Final Fantasy 9. Cough 10. Yeah, they've had some missteps, but it seems like they've done a good job righting the ship and getting us to a point where we can be pretty much excited about anything they put out. And that's just my thoughts. But like I said, I want to have a dialogue with you guys. After seeing the Kamala Khan Miss Marvel footage, does that get you excited more for Avengers or less? Does it put you in the spectrum of who else are they going to add to the game? What else can they add to the game? Or are you still like me and also in the camp of, God damn, I'm excited for this game, but what is this game going to be? Because that's where I am right now. I genuinely cannot wait for the release. But what is this game? We've gotten details and they're like, yeah, there's role-playing game elements to it. Okay, but I need specifics. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about them. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure your notification icon's turned off. I've been Chris. This has been the Tiger's Den, and you guys have been great. Thank you so much.